Greetings once again, fellow girls, guys, and gaming fans. This is Small Archangel. Welcome back to Rising World Survival. I'm just cooking up some bacon here in the kitchen. And I thought we'll just rescue this before it burns. There we go. My health is a little bit poor since I think we tangled with a moose in the last episode when we were moose hunting. So I thought doing a little bit of making a little bit of meat would probably have a good idea, because that's got better healing properties than a lot of the other foods that we can eat in this game. And I'm also trying to cook a slab of beef there, but I've no clue quite how long that's actually going to take. So we're either going to have to leave it there and risk it going, getting burned, or we're going to have to just sort of take it with us and ignore. Oh, look, it's just done. That is fantastic time. Okay, well, we won't eat that right now, but we will keep it in our inventory. Now, obviously, the Dungeons update at time of recording still hasn't come out. However, I am very much hoping that it will come out soon, and so I thought I would do an episode in which we prepare for the upcoming Dungeons update and get ourselves well equipped for the dungeon delving to come. Now, recently there have been a few little updates to the game, just small ones. I think 7.3, 7.4, all added little bits of content which we haven't really explored because we were focusing on building our castle here. But those bits of content are preparatory to the dungeon update anyway, and will probably stand us in good stead when we start our dungeon diving. So what I'm planning on doing today is we're going to do a bit of preparation. We're going to see if we can make use of some of that stuff, because yeah, it might actually be quite valuable to us. But before that, I've got a little something that I want to do, and this is something that I've been meaning to do for a little while, but I'm actually going to need, here we go, we want one of these, and we probably want the less modern looking one, don't we? Probably that one there we go, because it's about time we actually placed this sign and named our castle. Now, I actually have a little bit of a problem with naming this castle. Normally, I'm pretty good at just sort of sticking a name on there and, thinking of what to call a place, an NPC, I don't know, a character, whatever you like. And I've got plenty of gaming experience of doing just that. However, for some reason, I've drawn a blank on this castle. So what I thought was I'd ask the community, I'd ask you guys what you think and what you reckon we should call this castle. So we're going to place our sign now. At least I hope we're going to place our sign now. I may need to just turn it a little bit around. I'm not sure if we want to put it there. Maybe we need to put it on the other side there, actually. Like, kind of there. Need to put it there. I don't know. I don't want it to stand in the way, really. Maybe it needs to go kind of here, actually. Yeah, where the pathway widens out a little bit. Go straight, for goodness sake. Yes, there will do, I think. Maybe we'll just turn it this way a touch. There we are. Lovely. And the thing is, can we place a sign on this? Yeah, we can place a sign on there whenever we like. So what I would like you guys to do is to tell me what you think we should call this castle. No rude suggestions, please. This is a family-friendly channel. And then, yeah, if I get a decent suggestion, I'll stick it on the name board there, on our sign there, and that will be the name of our recently finished castle. And don't tell you I didn't, don't say I'm not interactive here. I'm honestly can't think of a name myself, so if you guys can help me, that'd be great. Okay, so on to some of the content that we have sort of missed recently. So first things first, we're going to go to our garden here. Now, obviously, and I mentioned this really quite a long time ago now when we had the update, which brought us the medical supplies. Because now we can get various types of exciting injury from animals and what have you. This is where the cotton and the hemp came in, of course. So we had a bit of a fruitless search for them now, but now my entire world is absolutely burgeoning with the things. They're absolutely all over the place. There's silly amounts of them just everywhere I look, including right next to my mine, where I could swear there weren't any before. So, yeah, I don't know how to explain that, but I found some and I planted it in my garden, and there we go. So we've collected some of that. We also need to collect some hemp. Now, I am going to need to replant the hemp too, and I don't have my sickle on me because I've left it back at the ranch. So I'm going to leave some of those plants there because unlike the cotton, it needs to be sort of harvested and then sort of replanted. I might have some spare ones somewhere, I'm not absolutely certain. But we've got 24 right now, which is enough to be going on with. So we're going to head back to the castle. It does bother me that it sort of pops in so we can only see the gateway from a distance. That's kind of annoying, but what can you do about that? And we're going to turn these materials into some medical supplies to prepare us for our onward journey. And I think we just use the normal crafting bench for this. I think it's the basics crafting bench we need for this. Right here. Yeah, so here you see there's something we want to be able to make as well, but in here somewhere we've got medical. There we go. Bandage and leg splint. Now, leg splint, fun enough, we need bandages and we need sticks, and for bandage we need cloth. And for cloth, we need to head upstairs in our castle to where we have the loom. And I placed the loom on the top floor in our living apartment. And I've actually been collecting a little bit of resource next to it as well. So this is our box for collecting these items in. So we've got a load of wool, and I've actually got more than a full stack of cotton as well. So I'm going to take some of each of these. Let's see, can we take any more of those? We don't need them all, but hey. We're going to go to our weaving frame here. And resources, we're going to need now hemp fibre used to craft cloth. And cloth, we can use wool fibres as well. Do I have wool fibre? I have cotton on me actually, but we can use wool as well. So if I take all of these things, I think we can make cloth with all of this lot. So it says I've got 78, and I'm pretty sure I haven't got 78 precisely of anything. So hemp fibres, there we go. We can make ourselves a few hemp fibres there, and we can craft ourselves, yeah, you see that's up to my woolen fibres, so we've actually got lots of different ways of making cloth there. So let's see, how many cloth shall we make? Oh, we can't make that many. Okay, let's make 20, there we go. And how much resource have we got left there? We've got a bit of that, and we've also got, oops, that's not quite what I meant, and we've got 58 hemp as well, haven't we? So I'm just going to make sure we've got everything that we need here. There we go, because it actually takes quite a lot of raw resources to make our cloth there. Now, we also want, while we're here, we kind of want to make ourselves a tent, because I fancy the idea of having a slightly more sophisticated way of putting ourselves up when we're out and about exploring. So let's just make ourselves a tent. I'm not sure about the bright red one, I don't know. Maybe that's quite nice. Camo. No, it's not very castle-y, is it, camo? So maybe actually that one is the best to go for. Or maybe the red one is. I'm not sure. Do you know what? I kind of like the red one, actually. I'm going to have a red one. Why the heck not? Oh, look, it's a little pack-up as well. That's excellent. Okay, we've still got 20 cloth left, so this is good. Let's go and see what we can make with 20 cloth. Down here. I'm going to have to go all the way to the bottom. There we go. I actually suffer from having too many doors in this castle, if possible. They're all over the place. Okay, so here we go. Bandages. Now, we can make leg splints and we can make cloths. But I need some sticks to make leg splints. That's wood plank. We're probably going to need, let's see, how many sticks we need. We'd actually need 2 sticks. Okay, well, let's just get ourselves 6 splints. Oh, no. Wait. We don't need that many. Oh, let's make 6. There we go. That's fine. And then back to medical. We should be able to make ourselves... Oh, we have no bandages. That's why. We need to make the maximum amount of bandages. Oh, look, we just made 80. That's massive. That's fine. We're going to have... No, I don't actually want a ton of bandages there, do we? So let's just go back a bit. We need 4 bandages and 2 sticks for this. So let's see. Let's make 4 splints, shall we? There we go. Lovely. And that's used up our splints. That's used up our sticks, beg your pardon. So there we have an absolute ton of bandages there, which is fantastic. We do not have a lot of lumber there. We don't have a lot of wood, but then at this point we don't really need it. I've planted out a new plantation next to our orchard, out next to our garden, but it's not borne any fruit yet. The trees are all still absolutely tiny. They take a long time to grow. So that's it. We've got ourselves some bandages and a couple of splints and a tent, which is fantastic. And the one other thing that I want to make, which was added in the last update with 0.7.4, is one of the things that was added was a flare. We've got explosives that we can make as well. I'm not quite sure where they're under. Are they under miscellaneous? They are not. Maybe not even in here. Utilities, dynamite. There you go. Dynamite. No, I haven't made any dynamite, and the reason for this is because I don't really want to blow stuff up, but the other thing is that you don't get any resources if you use this stuff. So if I go in my mine and I stick some dynamite in there and then set it off, not only do I risk blowing my own face off, but I won't actually mine any of the resources either. So if you wanted to get to the hell zone like really, really fast, maybe that would be the way to do it, but it would not be a safe way of going about it either. So dynamite, no thanks, not at this point, but we will have a flare. Now this requires sulfur. Funnily enough, given the amount of mining I've actually been doing in order to build this place, we have got some sulfur. Now I didn't notice, here it is, a full stack of it. I have no idea how. I didn't notice this until I realized that it wasn't, I think I thought it was aluminium to start with, and I realised it wasn't aluminium. It didn't look the same, and I thought, okay, I've got some sulphur ore. So I didn't realise that when I first got it, but now I know what it is, and I also know what we can do with it. Now, I think we have to smelt it, actually. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're going to have to put it in our forge, in our smelter here. Let's just stick it in there, and if we're lighting the forge anyway, there we go. I'm not sure how much of this we're actually going to need. I'm not sure how many flares we're actually going to want. Let's just see how many do we need for one of those? We need one. Oh wow, that's not much, is it? Okay, well, I'll just put those on for the time being. We can make a bunch of flares. I don't know if they sort of go out at some point. They may do, they may not. And let's see. I don't know, do we? I'm not sure we really need to make ingots out of a lot of the other stuff at the moment, because there isn't really any need for it. There isn't any call for it. We can make things out of copper, we can make things out of iron, but at the moment we can't really make things out of any of the other ores. But I'm kind of really hoping that we can at some point. This stuff, mithril, we have absolutely got to smelt some of that down, because I really want to be able to make myself some mithril armor. Come on, devs. Bring it on. Dungeons and mithril armor. Just a fit of mad optimism. Let's do this. Let's stick some of that in there as well. Look at that stuff. It's so colourful. It's fantastic. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to light that. There we go. And we're going to have to come back in a little while when that's turned into ingots. Okay, they're done. Let's turn that off, not waste any more fuel. And yeah, we've got some fab looking ingots here, very colourful indeed. So I'll just pick them all up, and some of these are going to go in our supplies. Hello, can I pick that up please? There we go. The mithril ones. Let's hope we can do something with those really soon. There we go. And these are going to go over here. Oh, no, not there. Here in our ingots chest. So I've got my copper ingots there. I've got my mithril ingots here. Hello. There we go. And then we're going to take our sulfur ingots and we're going to use these to make ourselves a few flares. We could use these to make dynamite with as well if we wanted to. But as I say, at this point, I haven't really got any use for dynamite. And as you can see, night has fallen too. So this is probably a propitious moment to be making flares. Let's see. Let's just make ourselves a maximum number of flares. I'm sure we're going to be able to find ourselves some more sulfur to make some more flares at some point. And then we're going to take the opportunity to actually use this flare and to test it out. So we're going to head for my mine. Which, yeah, I mean, one of the other things that has been added really is some sort of nice atmospheric sound effects which have been added to underground places now as well. So it looks like these stack in 8s. We've got all this other good stuff as well, including tent, which we're actually going to put away in the chest that's in the kitchen. We've got a big dresser there. Oh, look, these are growing now. This is cool. In the chest that's in the kitchen, so that we can have our sort of ready stuff ready to go there. There's my mine over there. Now, how do we actually light this? There we go. And it gives us a nice atmospheric red light. Now, does this run out at some point, or does it behave like a torch? The devs say that if we drop it, it doesn't, in point of fact, it doesn't go out, which is great, but does it stay going for ages, or do we need to carry a stack of them around with us? That I am not so sure about. This is my mine. This is where a lot of our stone came from, though I got some from elsewhere as well. Most of this I've got is just digging down like you do, getting some ores along the way, and then got a lot of stone from here, and then I came across this cavern here, and this is where we have to be a tad more careful. Whoops. And this is pretty much as far as my explorations took me, and you can see how very atmospheric it all is with the red. So I'll just very carefully go. Anyone would think I'd already reached the hell zone, wouldn't they? And if I'm not careful, that's exactly where I'm going very quickly indeed. And I don't really want to do that. I don't really want to lose my newfound sort of inventory here. So we're going to head back to base, and we're going to, yeah, it's going to take a bit more digging and what have you to be able to, now which way is out? It's up that way, I think, or is it, oh my goodness me, I can't even find my way out of my own cave. It's this way. Yeah, I'm going to look forward to being able to use these for spelunking in caves that I haven't created myself. Are we going out that way? Oh yeah, here we go, this way. So, still get lost once you find yourself breaking into a cave network. So there we go. That was the source of most of our stone there, although as I say, got it from various other places as well, but this was the most exciting cave I found so far. Okay, so we're going to go back to the base, and we're going to place all of our stuff, and I'm assuming that if I'm... Ah, that has now gone out. Okay, so we now lost one of those, so they work for as long perhaps as we have them in our hand, and then after that they sort of run out. So there we go. And as for exactly where we find sulfur, I'm not sure exactly where it spawns. Obviously, you can mine it up, but I never sort of noticed the ore itself, so I'm not sure what it looks like. So yeah, we're going to have to look out for that in future caving expeditions. Right, so we're going to finish off the episode. Remember, if you want to give me some suggestions for a name for our castle, do so in the comments below, and I shall take them into consideration. Otherwise, I shall just have to think of something for myself. But as I say, so far I've drawn a blank, and I've spent hours and hours and hours creating it, so and I still can't think of a name for it. So here we go. I'm going to basically use this dresser here for all of our dungeoneering supplies, and as you can see, I've already got torches, wall mounts there, we've got a bucket and that up there, and also we're going to add the tent to up there as well. And then I've got medical supplies. I may at some point think of somewhere better to put my medical supplies, but for the minute they're all going right in there, so that we can, so that we know where they all are, and then as we're on our way out of the door, we can just grab what we need from the dresser there and go. So I'm gonna do a little bit more cooking. Not that we can do very much in the way of cooking or food prep in this game, but I think having some ready supplies of food ready to go as well is going to be a good thing. And as I said last time, I'm going to put my ready cooked meat in here, and now I know that we can cook slabs of beef on here. It just takes a little bit of doing. I'm going to do just that. There we go. fantastic, and we've got a little love on the other side as well. So there we go. I'm going to do that, and then we've got some food ready and waiting to take on our spelunking expeditions as well. So let's all hope for the dungeon update to come out for a sort of yeah, before Christmas or shortly after the New Year. Who knows? But I don't think it's supposed to be very long now. So patience is a virtue in the meantime. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, you know what to do. Hit that like button and let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget, if you've got any ideas for what to call our lovely castle, then do let me know as well in the comments. And I do hope you'll join me for the next episode of Rising World Survival, which will hopefully be Dungeoneering. Bring it on. Until then, guys, as ever, keep gaming, keep surviving, stay happy. Bye bye for now.